What's up, APUSH students? Welcome to week 3. This week we have a couple timelines due and one DBQ essay. But before I get into that, I want to give you guys a quarantine update of what's going on in my life. Quarantine update. This is a new segment I'm going to try out here. I just want to update you guys on kind of some fun stuff that's going on in my life during quarantine. First off, Hammy, my second dog here, it was his birthday, so we got to eat a big old chunk of ham and he was super stoked on it, so that was fun. I've been remodeling the house. You can see we had some water damage, so I've been tearing up carpet and painting, and that's kind of fun stuff that I've been doing. And cooking, I made some lingua, which is tongue tacos, which was pretty cool. Miss Eckert gifted me a tongue from one of her cows, and I went ahead and made some lingua. It was delicious. And I just want to give you guys an update on what I'm doing here during quarantine. Alright guys, so last week you did the DBQ. You did one DBQ, the first one. You did your Unit 4 timeline, your Unit 5 timeline, and a second DBQ. Now this week should be a little easier. You have Unit 6 and 7 timelines due, and then one DBQ practice. So it's a little lighter this week. And next week, I'm thinking we do 2 DBQ practices. That may be a little bit overkill because I want you guys to have time to study. So maybe we'll just do one on Wednesday, and then your test is on Friday, okay? So this is happening very fast. It's very exciting. But this week I want you to focus on those 2 timelines and their third DBQ practice. Now, timeline is Unit 6 this time, so this is Reconstruction era, this is Gilded Age, industrialization, all that stuff, so make sure you do that Unit 6 timeline. Make sure you do Unit 7 timeline, which is the big beefy unit of 1890 to 1945, so make sure you're doing both of those timelines. And then you have your third DBQ, like I said, and just something I've noticed, people who are using this outline typically get higher scores than people who do not. So again, I recommend using this outline and being consistent, because whatever you're comfortable with, whatever's your fastest way to write an essay, do that, okay? But if you don't have one that you're comfortable with yet, use this outline. It will help you, okay? Some good things I'm seeing as far as DBQs are concerned. Your guys' thesis is killing it, okay? You're doing great responding to the prompt. You're doing great establishing your line of reasoning. I've seen a lot of improvement there. I've seen some good context that you guys are putting out. So I like that you're giving me kind of what's going on in this time period, but also how does it relate to our topic, okay? So I've seen a lot of really good context. This last DBQ, I had almost nobody quote, okay? Everybody's paraphrasing, which is excellent. I don't want to see any quotes. So you guys are doing great in these 3 categories. Now, some needing improvement. I've noticed some people are missing this last point, which is showing a complex understanding of the history around this DBQ. So in order to get that point, make sure you have no factual errors. Make sure you have really solid outside evidence, and a good way to do that is make sure you're using your timelines, your review sheets, and you're studying, okay? When the reader reads your essay, they want to know that you know more than just what is in these 5 documents, okay? So you need to get that point, you need to prove that you understand what the topic is, what the content is, and you're going to get that by looking at your timelines and by reviewing and studying the content. So that's just something I've noticed, but other than that, you guys are getting really high scores on these DBQs, so keep up the good work. I've been super impressed. Now, I want to remind you about attendance. Make sure you guys are clicking attendance once a week, preferably on Fridays. Under topics, you click attendance. There will be a Google form. You click that. You fill it out. It's super easy. It's super fast. And this is just to make sure that you guys are signing in and you're engaging with the content. You're all AP students. You guys, I know you guys are doing your work, but the district just needs to know too, okay? So make sure you're doing this attendance once a week. Now, some closure, same as last week. Stay in touch, okay? You know, if you've emailed me, that I email back very quickly, so make sure you're staying in touch with me through email. Again, on Tuesday, 12:30 to 12:45, we will have a class Zoom, so you can log into that and ask me any questions or talk to your friends or whatever. It's just a check-in time. It's not mandatory, so please do that. Make sure you're keeping up with your studying, keeping up with your work. Don't put these DBQs off until the day of. I would recommend doing them a couple days in advance, because you never know what's going to be assigned on Friday, okay? So make sure you're keeping up with that stuff. And finally, do your work with your friends, especially those timelines. It'll help to talk to your buddies about what you're putting on your timeline. It'll help you remember. Maybe don't talk about the DBQs so much, because the College Board doesn't want similar responses, so make sure you're just talking about those timelines with your buds, but it'll help, okay? Talk about the content, and it'll help you understand it better. All right, that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.